Hey guys, Chuck's here. Just picked this up for $5. Yep, just a fiver, Australian fiver at the recycle yard. Someone's thrown it away. It's got no markings on it for what country it was made in. And that gives me the idea that this was actually made in either Japan or Australia. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was Australia, an Australian product. So it's got the original cable. You probably could tell off the cable, maybe, if you look at it. No, I reckon Japan, because if you read it, it's Y-U-E-N, Lee, Y-U-N. So I'm thinking it's a Japanese. It's too old to be Chinese. See that? There you go. So it's maxed out. So that actually works. So $5, and you can test it with just tapping these together without shorting them together, otherwise you'll blow the fuse. And that one's a goer. I'll get rid of that I'll seal it up and clean it up and put it out there and get rid of it today. Because I use these type of things to pay for my hobbies. So one of my hobbies at the moment is batteries. So I'm going to let you in on some batteries in a minute that I've just picked up. Ben will be interested if he's watching. He usually watches me. Now, I was pulling this apart, and this is the Dyson head off the Monster V7, and it's pretty close to I've got the V11, and this is the new design, the way they've gone. But I just lost a screw down there. I'll pick that up in a minute. You've got 2 screws there and a screw down the bottom if you want to take this back bit off. Now, I don't know whether you need to take that back bit off, but this is not connected to the middle one. So to get that off, you've got this. This sits there like that. But when it's in, that pushes into there and that goes into there. You need to use your screwdriver and get underneath it. Not at the back, but at the front here, and that'll take that off. It's a quick one for the day. So we try and take these out. If we've got the right screw for it. It's never been out, I don't think. That one isn't the right one for it, so we go to this one. So this one and do it. What is it? I'll tell you what it is in a second, if it's got it marked on it. I'm not saying all Chinese stuff is bad, some of it's pretty good. You've got to pay for it. I'm not sure what that is, what T-Talk it is. But yeah, it will, if you get a set from Bunnings or from Lowe's or wherever you go, or even Walmart, if you go there, I think America has got that as a hardware shop. That will just come off now, out of there, and you now have 2 wires cutting through here, and that's why you take that middle bit off, because you've got wires running all the way up to there, so you need to take that middle bit off. So you lift that up, make it easy for yourself, unscrew that middle screw, and that will hopefully remove the back bit, and we'll be able to take that off, take it fully apart like that, and just gently take it out of the run that's in, and that's it. You've got it apart. You can clean that now to your heart's content, or your wife's content if you've got a wife, or your husband's content if you've got a husband, or whatever you got. And so you don't want to lose any of these screws. Try and put them all together. Misplaced my other screw, so I've got one that's similar off an older model, but it looks like it's a little bit bigger than the other one, but it has a cutting tool. I'll have a quick look if this will actually go in that hole at the bottom. Saying wood, Actually, I'll check it into the actual material. Yeah, that's going to do the job. Going to do the job perfectly for me. Now, I've pulled this apart. I've unscrewed the screws like I've shown you before. This thing here is actually an interesting way of pulling it apart. You pull on that, on the V7, and then there's two buttons on either side. You think you press them, but you actually pull them back. Okay, during the pulling apart of this thing, to get the barrel off, I had to depress. I didn't depress this, I actually end up pulling both of these at the same time, because I don't think you can get in there. You might be able to get in there, but that's the depress for that switch. And there's another switch down here that you need depress to take the whole barrel off, so you can clean it. So if you're into cleaning these things, which I am, you need to depress that and let that go to take this barrel off, which is clean now, very clean. Anyway, it's a quick one. Back, and it clips it out, and then it'll just pull out. But there's extra screws in there if you want to go further and take that apart. But if you're going to do that, in this model here, you have this here. So you need to either, you have to unscrew all these, or at least these two bottom ones, and the two side ones to pull it, two side ones to pull it apart, and the two bottom ones. So to just all four to take it away. And there's a heap of screws that you'll find that are in here, right on the outside here, that go right around. They need to be removed as well. I'm not going to do that today because I don't think it's needed. I've actually blown it out with the blower and I've washed it out. So now I'm going to take this up to my lovely wife and we're going to give it a clean, a bit more of a clean, and sort it out. This will all be cleaned properly as well, but that's the easiest way to get into there. There's 3 of those screws. If you, this is just for the head, this isn't talking about the body or any of those other things, and I know that I've put up videos on that. This one's a little bit different. I haven't pulled apart the V11 yet, haven't had to do it yet, but this goes on top of here, and then you have to screw that down, and then there's a silver bit that goes over the top. So this is the bit that comes off from the bottom, or the first bit that comes off, that's at the back. You have to work your way around with a flat tip screwdriver underneath it. You pull it, give it a bit of force, and then get the flat tip screwdriver under, and then work your way around to unclip it and give it a good clean afterwards. Okay, so you just pop it through this hole, and it's got to feed around here like that and back along through here, through that little gap. So it's going to be fun to put back together again, but it's the only way you can clean it properly. So if you're a cleaner, you want to do that. So to get that 2 wires in, you need to use, and it's up a little bit there, you need to use a flat tip screwdriver to get in the hole and just tap them in. Just don't push too hard or else you'll break the wiring. And then just, you've got to work it around here as well. Put the black wire in first and just try and work it in. So that's about it. That's it for me for the day. I have to check out some stuff that I've got sitting on the floor that I need to have a look at tonight, but that'll be tomorrow's video, I'd say. Anyway,